Hello and welcome. I must commend you for keeping up with this pace. It shows you are really ready to change, to get new insight in leadership, and how to effortlessly win anyone, especially those that work under you and work for you. And in so doing, you get the best from them, and also they go the extra mile willingly. Now, in this subclass, we are looking at making your subordinates or employees know you are also ready to go the extra mile. Now, this is the irony of the entire situation. If I know you are ready to die for me, I am most certain and willing to die for you. And although we are not talking about death here, it's all about going the extra mile. Now we already pointed out that we're not talking about wages or cash payment or some form of incentives, but we are looking at other mediums in which your subordinates would know that you are ready to give your all. For instance, subordinate comes to you and says, or your employee, or even your mate, your teammate comes to you and says, "Oh, I'll be having an event, a birthday party. Would you love to come? It's on a Sunday." They just want to know if you will go the extra mile for them. "Oh, I have an assignment outside work and I need help. I know you are good at it. Can you give me a lending hand? Can you teach me? Can you put me through this?" You'll be like, "Sure." And then you put off your work and then you give the person about 5 to 10 minutes. "Oh, I'm having difficulties with my car. Can you recommend any good engineer, mechanic that can fix it?" And then you take off your phone and you try to check for your own mechanic or engineer, and then you recommend. It's not just about, "Oh, go sort yourself out. Oh, you sick? Go find something." You go the extra mile, taking the sick person into your car, taking the person to the hospital, just just making them know that you are ready to go the extra mile. Sometimes you don't really have to do this. They only have to know it. Most times they will decline. "Oh, would you mind if I do this for you? I'm going to get lunch. Do you want me to get yours?" Most times subordinates would shy off and decline it, but a statement has been made. An imprint has been put in their hearts that you are ready to go the extra mile for them. And once this become a culture, once this become a habit, how does this become a habit and a culture? It passes around. You've done it for the first employee, you've done it for the second employee, then for the third employee. They would always have an employee discussion team. Okay, so or a followers discussion, of course. There's always a level. So once they're in their meeting, their free time, they're discussing, and then this person says, "Oh, can you imagine what the boss offered to do for me?" And the other is like, "Yes, he also offered the same thing." And the third person is like, "Yes, he also offered to do the same thing." And then they all understand that it's not a matter of favoritism, it's just what you are trying to imbibe as a culture. And then they understand that this is who you are, and everybody, even if a new employee, fourth employee comes on board and they'll be like, "You can go the extra mile. I can promise you the boss is ready to do same for you. Give it your all." They become your ambassadors on their own, and that's what we are talking about. Effortlessly. You are staying on this side of the road, and the employee is staying on this side, and then you just take the pain to turn over to take this employee to work. It might even be your teammate. I tell you, the extra mile you go, like I said, Sometimes it's not, you don't have to actually practically deliver this. Just the idea, the knowledge that you are willing to go the extra mile. And on your part, understand that it's a form of sacrifice. It's not something you have to do every time. Sometimes the one bit you do for one person can speak for you for the next 5 years. I have seen a situation where a leader, one of the followers had a wedding in a very far away location. He organized transportation for almost 50 persons, and this was a huge cost. And he did it, I think he did it for two different employees. And then at a point, there was a third employee that wanted to also get married. But at this point, this boss wasn't too financially buoyant. And he didn't even have to say or give any excuse. This fellow that was going to get married went to the boss and said, I understand. I know you. Don't put yourself under pressure. I knew if you were financially okay, you would do more than what I would have even imagined. And I tell you till today, that guy still works for him. He's extremely loyal, same as the wife. You see, he didn't even go had to go the extra mile for him, but because of his precedence. So you don't have to say, do I have to keep up with this? The one act you do would always speak for you. So you want your followers, your employees, your teammates to go the extra mile. You also have to show that it's leading by example. You want me to go the extra mile? Will you go the extra mile? You want me to go the extra kilometer? Will you go the extra kilometer? You want me to stay hours after work? Would you? You want me to care for the job? Would you also care for me? Everything isn't just about money. Everything is not just about the wages. Don't forget, the sole success of every business isn't the customers or the client. It's the employees. You treat your employees well, you make them feel appreciated, you make them feel that you go the extra mile for them, you get to know some details, extra details about them, you make them feel like a family. You imbibe the culture of oneness, togetherness. Be rest assured, you won't lose clients. You will even gain new clients because they will become your ambassadors in their communities, in their spaces. They will preach the word. They will get people to you. And those that walk in will stay because they will deliver top-notch quality. So go the extra mile. Think about it. Depends on the nature of your work. Some persons it might be different things. You want your staff to do some difficult tasks, meet him halfway. You don't just push it off and that's it. So make it and it goes round. If the boss has the attitude of going the extra mile for his subordinate, how much more will the subordinate go the extra mile for others? So you find out that the entire organization, and this is the bedrock of existing companies, organization, or firms that have lasted centuries, that have lasted decades. It's about the culture. What culture are you putting? What mindset are you putting into your workplace or business? Is the same input you give in, that is what you will get out. So going the extra mile as a boss, it's a critical milestone you have to achieve, especially at the early stage once you assume authority. Let this be second nature. Let it be crested on your forehead that you are also there. You don't just you're not a ruler, you are a leader. You lead by example. You want people to give you beyond their arm. Be ready to do so. See you in the next class.